Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
My name is Roger Chen, and I work at the University of San Francisco. My field basically is the innovation and a strategy, and I represent basically two centers. So one is, as you can see here, from the, we call it CAPS, University of San Francisco Center for Asia Pacific Studies, and also another center is the Center for Business Studies and Innovation in Asia Pacific. It's also part of an interview program I'm doing for the center. The name of the interview program is called the Silicon Valley Asia Business Talk, where we kind of interview successful Asian business leaders as well as entrepreneurs. So yeah, Stacey, yeah, please.
So
briefly introduce yourself.
So to begin with, I don't know how I fit in that description you just said, Silicon Valley entrepreneur.
You are part of Silicon Valley, right?
A little bit further up. But anyway, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks everyone for joining. So my name is Stacey Ma. I'm currently the Executive Vice President of Pharmaceutical Development and Manufacturing at Gilead Sciences, which is a biopharmaceutical company. My entire career has been in the biopharmaceutical company for close to almost 30 years. I spent over 2 decades in another very famous biopharmaceutical biotech company in the Bay Area, Genentech, and then Roche. And then after 20-some years there, I also joined a startup in the Bay Area, Sound Biotechnology, which is a cell gene therapy company, and built up a whole tech ops or manufacturing organization there from ground up. After 3.5 years as Sound Biotechnology, I joined Gilead in mid-2022, so at the tail end of the COVID pandemic era, and I have been there almost 3 years. So it's really a pleasure to be here to talk a little bit about kind of the intersection of technology and biotechnology.
Career growth tips in the pharmaceutical industry.
Actually, you kind of started your career as a technology leaders person, then gradually transitioned to people leader. So maybe you can reflect about this transition from leading technology to leading people, which is more challenging, more difficult. What's the reflection, what's the lesson, to inspire young people who are going to follow that career path?
Yeah, so I think for most of people in our sort of pharmaceutical industry, you start in as a technical in some area, right? So as a technical leader, you need to hone kind of that skill, and then you shift and you grow. I think the main thing I would say, looking back at my own career, is always stay curious, be a lifelong learner. Sometimes it's through learning that you will continue to adapt yourself. At the same time, I think take some risks. Some of my most rewarding career growth is actually when I took a big risk, stretching myself. Don't be comfortable. Went from one area to another area that I didn't think I knew anything about, which is never the case. You always build on what you actually learn. But it's take that kind of big step to do something different that stretch you, because you learn how to lead in different ways. And I think a big transition in a way from a technical leader to leading people. Technical leader, you lead because you know it all. That's maybe one way of putting it. But as you continue to grow your career, move to bigger and bigger role, it's just impossible that you're the expert in everything. So you have to learn the skill how to lead through others, and you have to learn how to lead from the know-it-all to really you have to learn it all. I think that's probably some of my key advice. So it's being a technical leader and being a people leader. It's not one or the other, it's both.
Thank you. Actually, maybe you answered all my question because you already give people some advice. If you do actually additional advice to young people just to start, or in the early stage of their career. I assume, in your case, like they are still doing a lot of technical things. Any kind of advice to these early stage, professionals, in a sense?
I think it's more or less maybe the same, and maybe I would just say give the advice is, be the lifelong learner, stay curious, always learn, adapt. Second is actually, maybe you will have the opportunity to realize this sooner, or maybe you will practice sooner to make sure you learn how to lead people. There's a different set of skills in terms of, empathy and in terms of communication, to really be able to relate to people. So it's a different set of skill set. That's key. The last one, I would just say, maybe also be resilient. In the innovative space, failure comes with the territory. So don't be afraid. So take risk, and don't be afraid of failure. The key question is really, how do you fail fast and fail forward, right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
And that's extremely important for our drug development space, is how do you actually fail fast and fail forward. It's the learning that really grow people, I guess, is my point I'm trying to make. It's the learning that will help you to grow. So it goes back a little bit to the learning piece.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.